Hi, welcome to Trailers from Hell. I'm Larry Karaszewski, and like many of you, every couple weeks or so I have a movie night. I invite my best friend over, and we watch some film that we're really looking forward to. And if we're up for it, sometimes we throw in a second movie or a third movie. But when we get to that second or third film, we pick out things that, it's okay if I fall asleep to. I'm getting older, I'm sorry. So recently, we're going through our pile, and it's around midnight, so we're picking out the second film. And he lists up a DVD of a movie starring Barbara Hershey from the early 70s. And we both love Barbara Hershey, but it was a film that neither of us knew anything about. I mean, good, bad, and different. We'd heard zero buzz about this film. So we threw it on. And about 10 minutes in, both of us turn to each other and say, is this as amazing as I think it is? And we're like, wow. We watched the film just flabbergasted. We had found a great movie from the 1970s that nobody had really watched or looked at in a long, long, long time. It's got a crazy title. I hope I can do it justice. Dealing or the Berkeley to Boston 40 Brick Lost Bag Blues. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Be curious to know the answers.
This is Lucifer. This is John.
I'm going to front load this commentary because the first half of this trailer is god awful. You can understand why no one has ever bothered to watch this film. But stylistically, it picks up a couple minutes in, so I'll stop talking once John Lithgow starts singing. This actually is Lithgow's first screen role, and he's great here as a smug Ivy Leaguer who dabbles in running marijuana across the country. I appreciate that zero effort has gone into making characters sympathetic or likable in this film. They are who they are. Lithgow was so happy when I told him I saw and loved the movie, he hasn't viewed it since the original release. The movie also features a terrific early appearance by Charles Durning as a bad cop, and a blink and you'll miss him Paul Sorvino as a cab driver. The leads are Robert Lyons and Barbara Hershey, a couple who get in big trouble when they become Lithgow's drug mules. Hershey is wonderful as always. There were a bunch of movies about young lovers involved with drugs around this time. Almost all failed at the box office. Jennifer on My Mind, Believe in Me, Panic in Needle Park, Dusty and Sweets McGee. Most of those are real downers, but this one sparkles thanks to the clever direction of Paul Williams. No, not the Phantom of the Paradise Paul Williams. This Paul Williams directed an earlier film called The Revolutionary with Jon Voight and became producing partners with the great Ed Pressman. Williams just recently published his autobiography, which is a hoot, full of crazy psychedelic tales of the Easy Riders Raging Bulls era. He claims his biggest mistake on this film was not casting a young Richard Dreyfuss in the lead instead of Lyons. That might have given the film a shot in the arm. But I don't hate Lyons. He's a journeyman actor who is in several other cult films, The Todd Killings, Getting Straight, Pendulum. Maybe the oddest thing about this movie is that it's based on a book written by superstar novelist and filmmaker Michael Crichton and his brother Doug. Of course, to make things confusing, the Crichtons wrote it under the pseudonym Michael Douglas. No, not that Michael Douglas. Now let's watch Lithgow sing and Durning shoot.
And order cocktails for two instead of the usual one. Then after dark, in a hansom through the park, while reminiscing, I'll be kissing you. Some folks may think that I'm crazy. Well, maybe they're right, but I'm stepping out with a memory.